ask you a question? I'm on with United States for Medical Freedom. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to interview you real quick. What's
Sure.
your name?
Robert Barnes.
Robert Barnes. And what kind of law do you practice?
A wide range of law, but primarily constitutional law is the sort of core centerpiece that unites all the different civil and criminal cases that I do.
Okay, cool. So you do criminal and civil, and you do constitutional law. And say your name one more time.
Robert Barnes.
Okay, so we have 30,000 members almost in our group, so hopefully they'll use you. And are you based out of lots of different states, or where?
Yeah, so I'm licensed. I have offices in Tennessee, Wisconsin, California. I live in Nevada. I practice all across the country on a pro hoc vice basis, what they allow you to appear on special limited basis. I'm a member of the U.S. Supreme Court, United States Tax Court, a bunch of federal courts.
Okay, so why are you here today?
Because we are at a key turning moment in Americans' constitutional history. The constitutional liberties of the country are more at jeopardy today than they have ever been in the entire history of the country. And if people don't resist and push back, we will forfeit in 2 weeks or 2 months what it took 2 centuries to build.
Absolutely, and I've heard that our founders went to war over much less than what we're experiencing right now. Is that the truth?
No doubt, and not only that, I mean, they were far more familiar with pandemics and viruses than we were.
Yes,
they didn't
absolutely.
put any exception in the Bill of Rights for pandemic or virus.
Yes.
No emergency exception within the U.S. Constitution. They had one in the Weimar Constitution, and that's what birthed Nazi Germany. They had an emergency exception written into the Constitution. We don't, for very good reasons, because we don't want that to happen here. And the fact that they've just unilaterally granted it to themselves makes it a particularly dangerous political and legal precedent moving forward.
So when I say your executive orders violate my constitutional rights, that's correct, right?
Absolutely. These executive orders are written without authority, constitutional protections, and the Bill of Rights and various state protections as well.
Okay, so just so you guys all heard that it is against the Constitution, and so how do we as people go about fighting this?
It is critical that people get their voices heard, whether it's emails, whether it's letters, whether it's public protest, whether it's expression of themselves, whether it's civil disobedience, whatever is needed or necessary. The more people act, the more the politicians will hear, and the more the judges will have to enforce the Constitution when they see they have the people behind them rather than against them.
So we have to show them that we're behind them in enforcing our rights.
Exactly. That the rights are only as good as the people that enforce them. And those people will only enforce them if they believe the public is outraged at the violation of those rights.
Okay, so it's within our duty and obligation to stand up right now.
And what we're being asked to do is far smaller than what our founders were asked to do. Nobody has to literally do a midnight ride, a Paul Revere ride, in order to preserve constitutional liberties. They just have to take the small steps, but significant steps, that can protect not only their rights, but the rights of everybody in the country, and most importantly, the rights of our posterity moving forward.
Awesome. Do you have a card?
I do not.
No?
I'm out of cards.
Okay, what's your website?
Sure. BarnesLawLLP.com.
Okay, so we always get people who want a constitutional lawyer, so we've got a guy.
Absolutely.
We have a few, but we've got a guy.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, it's nice to meet you.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice
Thank
to
you very
meet you
much.
so much.
Barnes,